in Green Bay.
I believe he's going to elevate himself and everybody in that position.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. That doesn't change Aaron Rodgers' legacy.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Harry Douglas in for Key and Jay today. Before he took this assignment, he said, wait, can Max be in for one of them and I'll be in for the other, so we're each doing a job and a half? And I said, absolutely not. It's in my contract. I already work on this show. I'm just in for me. You have to be in for Key and Jay. You got to do the work of two men. That's the way it is.
Strong. That's why I lift all those weights.
Strong with a K.
Yeah, strong.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, so Aaron Rodgers is not going to have Davante Adams this season.
Correct.
Now, for some reason, no other sports show or media outlet has ever noticed this, but I am the first to notice it, so we're going to bring it up right now. For the first time, you're going to hear now discussed on this program the fact that Rodgers doesn't have Davante Adams, who's the best receiver in football. I don't know why this has escaped the attention of everyone else, but we're going to talk about it, Harry. What does it mean for like, is it going to be this? A lot of people, well, now he spreads the ball around, this and that. I got to tell you the truth, I'm in that camp. I feel like, right, I'll spread it around. They're going to win a bunch of regular season games. Let me see you do it in the playoffs, Aaron, because you used to do it in the playoffs reliably. I don't see that anymore.
Yep.
But I don't think the team is going to be a lot different. Is it going to be a lot different, or is the success going to be a lot less without Davante?
I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference. You got to look at this team when they did play a few times without Davante Adams. I think a guy like Matt LaFleur was in his bag and understood, you know what, I have to be that more dynamic. Even Aaron Rodgers, okay, I have to diversify this football that much more to different guys to pick up the slack from a guy like Davante Adams not being there. Now, do I feel like Aaron Rodgers has to play at an MVP level? Yes, I do. But in saying that, I'm not talking about the MVP level that he has had the last few years. I would take a 30 to 35 touchdown Aaron Rodgers to 4 to 5, 6 interceptions. I would take that. I don't think that will win him the MVP award, but those are MVP numbers in my eyes. I would take that Aaron Rodgers. Here's the thing about the Green Bay Packers, and you have so many things looming with this team right now. When it comes playoff time.
Let's stop right there. Let's just make sure I understand you. You're saying that without Davante Adams, as long as the touchdown interception ratio is still, from another world, right?
They have a chance.
And so, but your anticipation is that the eye-popping touchdown totals and yard totals will decrease.
The numbers are going to be down.
Okay.
And a lot of that has to do with the wide receiver room. Now, when playoff time comes around, because I'm expecting the Green Bay Packers to make the playoffs, in order for the Green Bay Packers to have an opportunity to contend for a Super Bowl, number one, that wide receiver room has to be solid at that point. You can't have a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers and not having faith in that group going into the playoffs. Number two, that offensive line of the Green Bay Packers, which they're going to lean a lot on this year.
Got to stay healthy.
They have to be healthy.
Yeah. That's always been the issue with them. Excellent when they're on the field, not always on the field.
They have to be healthy. Now, the third thing in my eyes, a lot of people got to forget, it's not just about offense and defense. Special teams play a huge part.
Got to be sound in the kicking game.
Well, and they were terrible last year. Now they got Rich Pistachio, who was the interim head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. He's now the special teams coach there. So he's going to play a vital role in trying to get that special teams unit intact. But they were horrible last year, Max. We seen the block punt against the San Francisco 49ers. That went for a touchdown and also played a part in them not advancing to the NFC Championship game. And last but not least, I think that defense has to be elite. They have the pieces in the puzzle, but when you have so many questions about the offensive line being healthy coming into this season, about the wide receiver room, we know they're going to run the football. They want to run the football. Your defense has to be elite, and they have the guys to do so.
But when you say all that, I don't think you need any of that to win the division. Like, the Vikings are the only threat in this division. Okay,
but the Vikings are a good threat, though.
Yeah, okay, but the Packers are still going to go to the playoffs.
Yes.
Even if the Vikings somehow won the division.
I agree.
Packers will win it. Even if none of that stuff happens that you said, Aaron Rodgers is good enough, he ain't going to not make the playoffs in the NFC.
Correct.
Okay. What we're really talking about then is what you just said, to make a playoff run, to start winning playoff games.
Yep.
And that would be the case, everything you said, with or without Davante Adams, because Rodgers didn't win a playoff game this past season. Won 13 regular season games and imagine this. Well, what if Rodgers was on a team like the Niners right? Oh, right. I don't know about that because Garoppolo beat Rodgers, and Rodgers had a lot last year.
I'm not going to let you do that.
Rodgers,
Stop.
Who played better down
Max,
the stretch
listen
of that
to
game?
me, but listen to me, though,
who
Max.
played better?
Max, listen to me. If Aaron Rodgers is with the San Francisco 49ers, they're going to the Super Bowl, and they're winning the Super Bowl.
Are you sure about that?
I am.
Because I'll tell you what, Harry, I saw down the stretch of a game where the Packers had a very good roster, and they had Davante Adams and the whole thing. It's not that Garoppolo played great. He made more plays than Aaron Rodgers when it mattered most. He did. So,
You're telling me
yeah.
if Aaron Rodgers is on the San Francisco 49ers.
This past season, no, I don't trust him. And here's what's crazy about Rodgers. There was a time I tell this story.
There's no way you believe that.
I tell the story from time to time on the air. Ryan Hollins, who played 11 years in the NBA, worked at 710 ESPN in LA, and so did I. And so we got friendly, and he's over at the house one day. We're watching Packers Cardinals playoff game, right? And literally, as this play unfolds, right before the play in the fourth quarter, I'm like, okay, Ryan, Rodgers is supposed to be that dude. Let's see you do it right now. And Rodgers escapes pressure and then throws a 50-yard bomb right into the hands of the receiver. I'm forgetting which one. And they call it back. He just won the game basically with a pass, and they call it back. So I said it out loud. I was like, okay, let me see you do it again. Right? You're the man. They called it back. Do it again. He did it again. And they scored. I think they wound up losing the game. But like that was the last time he touched the ball. He not one, but two miracles. And he always gave me the sense that under pressure, he could do things no one else could do. And that included Tom Brady. He was just differently gifted. And I got the feeling from him that he was a clutch player. But Harry, what happened in recent years? LaFleur comes in, they win 13 games every season. What happened the first time Tom Brady's in the conference? They meet in the NFC Championship game.
Max, listen to me.
Rodgers was missing throws.
Max,
You know why why LaFleur took the ball out of his hand at the end of the game?
Can we ask
he wasn't being clutch that year.
Can we ask the people? Can we put it on social media on Keyshawn, Jabel, and Max? Ask the question. If Aaron Rodgers is on the San Francisco 49ers, would they win a Super Bowl?
Well, let me ask you a different question.
And we won't call it.
Let me ask you a different question. Did you once think of Rodgers as a clutch player? And do you still?
Yes, because I was on a 2010 football team, came in and beat us.
So I agree. First half of his career, I always thought of him as a clutch player.
I seen it up and close.
I don't think of him that way anymore. Do you still think of him as a guy where when the chips are on the line, I've seen him come up short now in consecutive seasons. He lost to Tom Brady because he didn't make enough plays, and then he lost to Tom Brady's successor, who Brady got shipped out of town because he didn't make enough plays in consecutive seasons.
He lost to the little brother?
Yeah, to Tom Brady Jr.
I'm still taking Aaron Rodgers on the San Francisco 49ers, and they're winning it.
Is he still a clutch player, yes or no?
To be determined.
What are the expectations for Rodgers without Davante? You just heard that from Harry Douglas. His numbers won't be the same, but the results might be. But is that a good thing? Because the results haven't been there in the playoffs. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max is presented.